Students, lesson number 4, environmental balance. Here see, try this. Ask the elders in your family to take you to a riverside or to a lake or stream. Now look at this picture. See, observing the various living things. What should you do? After observing this picture or after going to a riverside, you have to make a list of living things you see there. Normally what happens when we go to a riverside, we see many plants, animals. We can see cows, buffaloes grazing, fish and other water animals, water plants, etc. Make a note of them describing their shape. What is their shape, their color, sound, shelter. Shelter means what? Where do they live? Or draw their pictures. Count how many types of living things you see. Now repeat the activity near your house, in the school garden or in a field. Means, can you see same types of living things in all these places? No, the answer is no. Means some living things live in water, some living things live on land or some live in both. That means what aquatic plants or aquatic living things, terrestrial living things and amphibian. Amphibian means what? They live both in on the land and in water also. For example, frog, snakes, etc. Now I am going to ask you, can you tell, in the course of your observations, did you notice any signs of presence of living things, though the living things themselves were not seen? For example, did you notice any partly eaten fruits or shells or fallen feathers or animal tracks or dung, droppings, nests, cocoons, eggs, honeycombs? Definitely we can see some of these traces of some. For example, eaten fruits we see normally, fallen feathers, dung we see normally, nests, etc. Sometimes we see eggs, honeycombs, etc. Could you observe any microorganisms? See, microorganism, the name itself indicates we can't observe them in our naked eyes. How many types of living things did you see at the places you visited? Do you think you saw all the kinds of living things that belong there? Did you see the same living things at various places or different ones? After doing this activity, we come to a conclusion. The variety we see in all living things that belong to a particular area is called biodiversity of that place. The biodiversity of that place means what? The variety we see in all living things, different plants, animals, birds, insects or microorganisms, belong to a particular area is called biodiversity of that place. For example, biodiversity of Konkan region. See, can you tell which one of the places you visited shows greater biodiversity? For example, riverside, garden and other places that you have to compare. To study the biodiversity of a place, scientists make a large number of observations. They make these observations in different conditions such as day and night, in different seasons. It is not possible to observe within 1 or 2 days. It needs more time. For example, observation should be done in different seasons, summer, winter, rainy, etc. They use special devices, visual instruments to make observation of living things that are found at great heights or depth as well as of microorganisms. Observations of many scientists are brought together and studied again. Only when all such efforts are made over a long period of time can we be sure of the biodiversity of a place. It needs more observations, more efforts to study the biodiversity of a place.